It's a lovely Wednesday morning in Gauteng. Nice temperatures all around, and it actually feels like summer. Now, yesterday I was in the streets most of the time, and I was getting a bit irritated because it was quite warm, and especially if you're sitting in a car, it's doubling on that. Two things drew my attention yesterday. Two street pole ads. The one was Gosiense Ramagopa, that apparently won his coal battle with Eskom. The other one, and I came across something on Twitter later on that reported on that as well. The proposed pay hikes for the president, ministers, and as they say, millionaire politicians in South Africa. Now, businesstech.co.za, they reported on that. And yeah, as if these guys are not getting enough money already. The three faces that's shown on that report is the one by one of the prodigal son with his little red hat, the number one, the president, and the leader of the official opposition in South Africa, the DA. Now, it's interesting that these guys should actually show, because the EFF is not, it's an opposition party, but in my opinion, it's not the official opposition. So I don't know why they're showing his face, probably because of connected favors. And that's where I'm getting to with this. There's another tweet that was sent out, and that reported, and I don't know who exactly reported on that, but I saw the tweet at the ANC, the ruling party, gave the mandate to government to withdraw from the Rome Statute. Now, if you don't know what that is the establishment of the International Criminal Court. So that prevents us, or that safeguards us to deliver any criminals for international prosecution, or prosecution by the ICC. The picture that was shown there is of the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, if you go and do a bit of research, you will see that it's not going very well in Moscow. He's not delivering on certain things. Some of his closest allies are also unhappy with him. Now, if these guys start getting unhappy with each other, and we know that from history, that if they start getting unhappy about stuff that the leadership is doing, then it's really serious stuff. Now, there is hint that this guy Putin would flee to South Africa. So if he flees to South Africa, then we don't have to hand him over to the ICC for prosecution. Now, there's been a long story about the prosecution of Putin for certain things, which a lot of people, the opinion of a lot of people is that these things are invalid. It's also a matter of everybody is jumping on the bandwagon because somebody needs to pay for certain things, which is started to become a bit preposterous if you look at certain facts. Now, if you look at where Putin is, let's loiter with him a bit. Between him, China, and including South Africa, a couple of other South American countries, apologies, and a lot of Middle Eastern countries where there's a lot of weapons that is being left by the United States after they withdrew from Afghanistan. If you look at that, then you see that is more or less what BRICS is all about. Now, in my opinion, Ramaphosa is covering both bases. I think he's very well connected with C3, which just took his seat over in Britain, and he was also very welcome at the last year's G8 meeting overseas. But he's also connected to Russia. So now it seems like Ramaphosa is really looking after his own, so that if push comes to shove, then he's got his options sorted out. He's covered all his bases. Now, that's the one thing. That's the BRICS thing. Now, we're talking about elections 2024. And the official opposition, and everybody's saying, yeah, we're going to vote the ANC out. We probably might. I think we are strong enough, but it also requires one specific thing. It requires a lot of unity. And unity is not something that South Africans are known for. But yes, the leader of the official opposition, the DA is doing very well in the Western Cape. Other places as well, the DA are really looking after the people. And it might be a good thing in a sense, but we must also remember that the leader of the opposition party, the DA, was also up in Ukraine for a fact-finding mission. And he was shaking hands with a couple of guys there that is very, very scaly. So now, that brings us, if we lose the ANC, we're losing BRICS. If we gain the DA, then we're connected to the West, which is falling apart. So that's where the connection is. So I'm not telling you vote carefully. I'm telling you this is where we are at the moment. I'm not influencing your vote. I'm really telling you this is where we are at the moment. Now, there's a prophecy by Sina van Rensburg that said, once all these fires are spread south, there's going to be a helpline. And there was another prophecy on another channel here on YouTube that said the same. That said, Germany is going to send or extend a helpline to South Africa via Namibia. Now, our connection with Namibia is quite strong, and the German connection with Namibia is also quite strong. Historically, we know the facts. So, but where Germany is at the moment, Germany is part of NATO, and there's a lot of things that is still going to happen before that helpline is going to be extended to South Africa. So, and that's what I promised yesterday when I said I will send out a video. It's just to give you some perspective as to where we stand in terms of, look, BRICS is a good thing for us, in my opinion. The West, it's fraying at the edges. So I'm not sure if that is going to work very well for us in the future. But then also Germany is part of NATO. So Germany is at this stage is also, and somebody else reported on who the who's are in international politics and who's saying what and who is damaging what reputation. So if you look at that, we are sitting in a corner, and there's pressure from this side and there's pressure from this side. There's pressure from the West, we might lose the West, and there's pressure from the East, but we might also lose the East. Anyway, we're going. South Africa is not going to be in a good space. And I want to say it on this video, and I'm asking, please, watch, look, like and subscribe, and then share this video around with people around, so that people know what is actually. This is the backstory. What you see there on the screen is just reflected there, but there's a backstory to this whole thing. So I think one of the guys that might be best to really dissect this thing is Skid Marks. He's brilliant. Unfortunately, he ran into trouble on the YT channel. And he's now somewhere else. I think he's on Rumble. Go and have a look at this stuff. Also go and have a look at this stuff that is still on YouTube. Skid Marks. Brilliant guy. And especially what he said about certain politicians in Europe. Very nice background noise. Yes, there's a colony right here, a big tree right here beside me. So if there's any background noises, apologies for that. This is all from me. Like I say, like and subscribe and spread the news. This is to give you a bit of perspective about what is going on and what we need to, or what the way is forward from here. There's one thing, and that's why I'm asking, please share this video so that people we can get the message out. And I'm saying it, and I'm by no means the main influencer in South Africa. It's time, And you guys listen to me today. It's time for Afrikaner unity. It's no time to beat around the bush anymore. We need unity in South Africa, and we need it now. Enjoy your day.